And we're delighted to have with us this afternoon in our studio a wonderful composer and pianist, Ivan Violić. Ivan, welcome to Sound Espressivo. It's good to have you.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Yes. And where are you joining us from today?
Now I'm in Split. So I was born in Dubrovnik. The most of my studies were in capital of Croatia, in Zagreb. But now I'm on the coast, on the second largest city in Croatia, Split.
I see.
Yeah.
And you are a composer and pianist, and you've studied at the University of Music and Performing Arts in Graz and the electroacoustic music at the Institute of Electroacoustic Music and Composition in Zagreb. So you have a very distinguished background in terms of studies, but I've had a chance to listen to just a little bit of your music. For example, the introduction and burlesque for string quartet. Remarkable sound that you have developed. I mean, I could compare it to some other composer, but I can't think of any because it's very unique. You have a very unique sound.
Thank you very much.
Tell us a little bit about your journey as a composer and how you developed and grew.
Well, it's interesting because I started as a pianist, and I made a master in classical piano. Let's say like this, because the majority of the repertoire for pianist is mainly focused on this golden age. Let's call it Baroque till classical till romantic until early 20th century. And after this, somehow I would say that my compositional style is informed about what is happening in the world right now, but it is deeply rooted in the tradition, and somehow my aesthetic and my poetic is very much. I always say I don't do anything else, nothing different than Bach, Beethoven, and Brahms did. Just that I'm doing it with the sensibility of a modern man living in this modern, little bit more fast way of living, and the sensibility also a little bit changed. So
that's a very interesting way of putting it. That your process is the same as any composer who ever lived. The sound is a little different because you're composing today in a different world than the other composers. But I don't mean to keep referencing this introduction in burlesque, but I was so taken with the sound world that you've created, even though it's
exactly.
I can sense that it's rooted. I can sense that you do have a classical training, but it's you've developed something totally unique to yourself.
Well, 20th century has brought us really a lot of different paths that we can take when we start composing. But the main thing is that it opened a new view about materials which we can use in our work, and I think about sonic materials that maybe weren't used in the previous eras, like something that is more similar to noise or similar to soft whispering, or like that kind of different sonic entities which we can use now, but in a musical way without disregarding the past. This is how I perceive it.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. Now, on June 30th, you'll be in New York for a Sound Espressivo concert on June 30th at Weill Recital Hall at Carnegie. And the concert will have other music on it, but 30 minutes of it is devoted to your music. Tell us about some of the music that we can look forward to at that concert.
I have had recently an author's concert, which was 1 hour long, which was made with my pieces, and I was as a performer in all chamber situations, and somehow, as we have we got the grant from Ministry of Culture from Croatia for concert abroad. So I decided to take some pieces which were played on that concert, which include piano quintet. So quartet Leonard and me as a let's kind of soloist will be performing this quintet, and then I have two let's say like a lead for a singer and the piano. And for this occasion, I have written a new piece. So it will be first performance in New York, and I'm very excited to work on that piece with the soloist, which will join us. Her name is Marta Hadjimanov, and I got to know her during the competition, which was competition of solo singers, which was held in Split this year. And I also perform a piece which is very interesting. I called it Harmonielehre for piano and violin, because I was writing it for my student where I'm teaching on academy. I teach harmony for instrumentalists, and she asked me, can I write a piece for her? And then I wrote like a piece which is kind of based on one harmonic practice, but then of course there is a little nod towards John Adams and his Harmonielehre, because John Adams is one of the most famous, I would say, American composers, and I couldn't avoid it to reference it, the piece also a little bit towards John Adams. And did I forget any other pieces? No, I think I have said it.
Yeah. Tell me the name of that American composer. I didn't quite get the name.
John Luther Adams.
Oh, John Luther Adams. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's always problem because you have two John. You have
That's right.
John Luther Adams and John Coolidge Adams, and
That's
it's
right.
always problem not to mix them two. Yeah.
I didn't know Coolidge was his middle name, but that's news to me. So that's very interesting. Tell us a little bit about the compositional scene in Croatia, because I see you're a member of the Croatian Composers Society. Is it a very active compositional scene, new music compositional scene in Croatia? Must be,
Well,
judging by you.
Thank you very much. Well, Croatia has this festival, which is on let's say one of the most important contemporary music festivals in the world. It is happening every 2 years, and it was founded in 1970s. I'm not completely sure the year, but very famous artists came to Music Biennale. Even John Cage and Stravinsky even came to Biennale. So it is very, very famous, and therefore it has gained some, some cultural status, and the whole music scene is kind of in time with what is happening in music recently, and it was kind in the first in the beginnings. It was a little bit stylistically an answer to the post-war avant-garde, but after this, as post-war avant-garde lost its primary status as the first leader of every musical happening, so the situation is now much more, let's say, democratic, but it is still kind of influenced by this beginning of Music Biennale as a festival.
Exciting. I'll have to find out more about that. Well, we look forward to hearing your concert at the Carnegie Hall Gala, Sound Espressivo, on June 30th at Carnegie Hall. And I wish I could be there. Maybe I'll take the train. I'm in Boston, and maybe I'll get to see you, because you have a new fan of your music.
Thank you very much, Steve. I would enjoy if you could come.
Thank you, Ivan. Good to talk with you, and thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Bye. Bye.